Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्ण. Hare Krishna everyone. So today is Friday. It is the 1st of December, Margasesha Masa, and Arkeshava Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Chaviti Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today, but there is a Srila Prabhupada's book marathon starting from today. So until so 22nd is the Gita Jayanti, that is the Ekadasi in the Sukla Paksham. So apart from that, no other events. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Saunakadi sages, they have glorified Sudha Goswami to speak more on Krishna Katha. And then now Sudha Goswami, he started responding to their kind words. And he started speaking about how fortunate he is that even though he has got a low birth, but due to the devotees association, he is completely purified. And he's so fortunate. So likewise, he started speaking in connection to the Krishna and his devotees. So yesterday we have seen how he mentioned Aho vayam janma britodhyahasma vruddhanurchap viloma jataha daushkulyamadim vidnoti sikhram mahattamanam abhidhana yogaha. Even though one is taken birth, daushkulyam, it is the low birth, adim vidnoti sikhram, immediately they will be purified. Mahattamanam abhidhana yogaha. Likewise, he started speaking. Just with the little conversation with the great souls, he will be completely purified. He was speaking that. And further, Sutta Goswami today he is saying, devotees, they have always taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead just by taking his name. And then they live under the direction of the great devotees. So what to speak of their fortunate thing. So he's comparing his fortunateness against the devotees who have taken the shelter of the name of the Lord and living under the protection of the devotees. How fortunate they are. This is once again glorification of the devotees association. So likewise, so the Goswami is saying further about the devotees. We are in the first canto, chapter 18, verse number 19. कुतः पुनर्गृणतो नाम तस्य महत्तमैकान्तपरायणस्य यो अनन्तशक्तिः भगवान् अनन्तो महद्गुणत्वाद्यम् अनन्तमाहुः. कुतः पुनर्गृणतो नाम तस्य. So what to speak of? Punah Guranato Namatasya, again who has taken to chant the names of Krishna. To chant the names of Krishna. Kuta Punah Grunato Namatasya Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya. Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya. This great devotees exclusively who has of one who takes shelter of. That is the once again they have taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya. tasya mahattama ekanta parayanasya yo ananta shaktihi Bhagavan ananto. And the Lord, yo ananta shaktihi Bhagavan ananto, and he is ananta, and he has got ananta shaktis, unlimited potencies. Because ananto mahat gunatvat yam ananta mahuhu. He is ananto because he has got so many great attributes. Great attributes. That's why he is called Yam Anantam Ahuhu. That's why he is called Ananta by the name Ananta. Yo Ananta Shaktihi Bhagavan Ananto Mahat Gunatvadyam Ananta Mahuhu. Likewise, Sutta Goswami is saying, Kutah Punal Gunato Namatasya Mahattama Ekanta Parayanasya Yo Ananta Shaktihi Bhagavan Ananto Mahat Gunatvadyam Ananta Mahuhu. So translation for this verse is, and what to speak of those who are under the direction of the great devotees, chanting the holy name of the unlimited, who has unlimited potency, the personality of Godhead, unlimited in potency and transcendental by attributes, is called Ananta or unlimited. And purported by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Dvijabandhu are the less intelligent, uncultured men born of higher castes put forward many arguments against the lower caste men becoming Brahmanas in this life. They argue that birth in a family of Sudras or less than Sudras is made possible by one's previous sinful acts, and that one therefore has to complete the terms of disadvantages due to lower birth. And to answer these false logicians, Srimad Bhagavatam asserts that one who chants the holy name of the Lord under the direction of a pure devotee can at once get free from the disadvantages due to a lower caste birth. A pure devotee of the Lord does not commit any offense while chanting the holy name of the Lord. There are 10 different offenses in chanting the holy name of the Lord. To chant the holy name under the direction of a pure devotee is offenseless chanting. Offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord is transcendental, and therefore such chanting can at once purify one from the effects of all kinds of previous sins. This offenseless chanting indicates that one has fully understood the transcendental nature of the holy name and thus surrendered unto the Lord. Transcendentally, the holy name of the Lord and the Lord Himself are identical, being absolute. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord. The Lord is all powerful personality of Godhead, and He has innumerable names, which are all non different from Him and are equally powerful also. In the last word of the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord asserts that one who surrenders fully unto Him is protected from all sins by the grace of the Lord. Since His name and he Himself are identical, the holy name of the Lord can protect the devotee from all effects of sins. The chanting of the holy name of the Lord can undoubtedly deliver one from the disadvantages of a lower caste birth. The Lord's unlimited power is extended on and on by the unlimited expansion of the devotees and incarnations. And thus, every devotee of the Lord and incarnations also can be equally surcharged with the potency of the Lord. Since the devotee is surcharged with the potency of the Lord, even fractionally, the disqualification due to lower birth cannot stand in the way. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is very beautiful purport and also beautiful verse. Prabhupada is enlightening us in this one. So one can be just simply chanting the holy name of the Lord among the devotees. How powerful it is! It would cleanse all the sinful sins that have been accumulated in the past. That is the Srimad Bhagavatam assets. Yasyavatara gunakarma vidambhanani namani yeshu vikame vivusa gurnanti teneka janma shamalam sahasaiva hitva samyanti apavrutamrutam tamajam prapadye. So many lifetimes, all these things, even the one unknowingly if he chants the holy name of the Lord, all his sins will be completely eradicated out. And what to speak of the devotees who are chanting under the protection of the bona fide devotees. That is very, very powerful statements here. This is also Apanna Samsrijam Ghoram Yennama Vyuso Ghranan Tatra Sajja Vimutyeta Yadbhivemi Swayam Bhayam. Just by hearing the name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the fear itself is personified, and one will be completely freed from the samsriti. But sometimes the Lord says, whoever Yannamanicha Gruhnati Loko Bhrutye Krutagasi, whoever chanting the holy name of the Lord, so Asadhuvad Tatkirtim, if they behave like asadu, then hanti tvachim ivamayaha, such kind of persons needs to be removed from that position. So this is Lord speaks to the to the Kumaras when at the time he said he is mentioning towards the Jaya and Vijaya. So my devotees are always chanting if they are making offense to the other living entities, even though they have taken my name. See, such kind hanti tvachim ivamayaha, they are just like a disease on the skin that needs to be cleansed as soon as possible. Yennamanicha gruhnati loko brutye krutagasi sa asadhuvada tatkirtim. That is even insult to the master when one is chanting the holy name of the Lord and making offenses to the others. Hanti tvachim ivamayaha. Amayaha. Hanti tvacham is the skin. Amayaha is the disease. Such kind of thing needs to be immediately cleansed. But such kind of things, when one is chanting under the protection of the devotees, it will be, see that to chant the holy name under the direction of the pure devotee is offenseless chanting. Offenseless chanting of the holy name of the Lord is transcendental, and therefore such chanting at once purify one from effects of all kinds of previous sins. That's why we need to chant loudly among the devotees. Otherwise, we need to wake up early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurta and chant among the devotees. It is so auspicious. It makes one into the right mode. It may not be possible sometimes due to the family things. One has to try, but we cannot say every day the same reason. Sometimes it is all right due to urgency, but that should not be a regular thing. One has to adjust to the material. So whenever he adjusts this waking up early in the morning, so that material things will be adjusted automatically. It is not that material duties are there so that I come late. That is not the reason. So that sometimes this is Prabhupada says, first fix the transcendental mood, then material things will get adjusted. So that is very beautifully Prabhupada is mentioning here. This offenseless chanting indicates that one has fully understood the transcendental nature of the holy name and has thus surrendered unto the Lord. And he is absolute, who has taken the shelter of the sound vibration of the Lord. He is always protected. He is also mentioned Bhagavan Shabda Gocharaha Sattum Vishtabhyavirjam Swanamno Mradayan Rushaha Yatra Chadhya Pumanaste Bhagavan Shabda Gocharaha. He is in the Vaikuntha, and with the devotees who are chanting the holy name of the Lord, they are seeing the Lord through the sound vibrations. And because they are seeing and associating with Krishna, Etad Ishanimishasya Prakrusopi Tadgunaihi Najjise Sadatmastaihi Yada Buddhihi Tadashraya. They are also in equality, equal with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have taken, and the Lord is beyond this material modes of nature, so the devotee as well. He has got the same mood to serve the Lord through the chanting of the names of the Lord. Okay, so likewise, a devotee is always completely surcharged. Everything is very beautiful purport. Feeling to read again and again. So likewise, the devotee surcharged with potency of the Lord, even fractionally, the disqualifications due to lower birth cannot stand in the way. Okay, that is the beautiful purport of this verse. And from Sutta Goswami, Kutah punargrunato nama tasya mahattama ekanta parayanasya yo ananta sektihi bhagavan ananto mahatgunatvadyam anantamahuhu. Likewise, Sutta Goswami is saying here. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Srimati, November 11, 1969, London. Can I request any dear devotees to read this letter?
Hare Krishna,
I can read,
can I read?
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. My dear Srimati, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you very much for your letter dated October 28, 1969 and have noted the contents with pleasure. I am so glad to learn that with the help of Durlab and the others you are making progress in our Laguna Beach Center. Any new brahmacharis who come with good faith should be helped. We are living in the kingdom of Maya, so Maya's influence is very great in the material world. It is just like an epidemic. So one has to become immune very carefully by Krishna consciousness. So you are experienced now in association with devotees and you are very sincere also. Try to help any newcomers as far as possible. Regarding worshipping uninstalled deities, generally this is not done, but you can Aratis with Lord Jagannatha. He is very kind. I hope you are all chanting regularly and keeping in good spirits. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher is Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Take your points, Mataji.
Yeah, here Srila Prabhupada is explaining about Maya, how Maya can, take us our help, faith, and if we are, constantly chanting and continuously engage in Krishna consciousness, we can overcome with Maya. And also, he's explaining about, he's answering the question of worshipping uninstalled devotees, which is not generally done, he's saying. And Lord Jagannath is very merciful, so I think he is suggesting we can do that. And also, the new brahmacharis, they need to be helped out who is coming with a good faith. And I think that's it, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to make out? Okay, so
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
I'm just looking at the last sentence about helping newcomers. I wonder what kind of provisions do we have that could help newcomers when we come, especially in this group. For instance, people come and go, don't they, quite a lot. And
Yes, Mataji.
What is the do we have a protocol where we can actually engage in them a bit more so they can stay and see the beauty of this group, you know?
Yes,
And-
Mataji. Yeah, that is a beautiful point. It is sometimes some devotees comes, as long as they see that there is engagement, they will join, and as soon as they finish the engagement, and then immediately drop, and then they don't come back again. So because of those, they think that they have got some other priority work than the devotees association. And also how much interest they have got. Some kind of we need to balance those things. It could be possible the physical association would be a little bit it encourages the devotees to come together and associate, but through the online they are in the maya, but they will be hearing just occasionally through the phones, attending Zooms. If there are any good instructions I suggest, then we can take those instructions, Mataji, please.
Well, maybe we can allocate somebody to do different parts with individuals who come, you know, so when they just come, somebody will be there to welcome them and also to tell them what it's about, and then, you know, and somebody to give evidence about how it does work well and that kind of thing. And so we share the care of that person. Because I find when I was a newcomer, I didn't feel welcome totally, you know, unless I actually persevere and I had interest in it. How do we engage people to continue having a good interest to pursue it? I'm not sure. I just am asking, can we, if we don't have, can we formulate something to keep people interested? And actually retention is so important, you know.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, that is very important.
What do other people think? You know, there's 13 of us here. Can we have other people's views?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I think that's a really beautiful idea, and obviously the most important thing as well, like the retaining. And it, I think the main barrier is the time. If something is organized, because unfortunately we do have to work and all those things, but this is much more important, like Prabhu says. Maybe like if newcomers come, like one person can be allocated, the person that they feel like the person that's probably the best suited for an individual, and then we can have like a way of, like other sanghas do it, don't they? They have like the questionnaires and stuff. But I think with this sangha, because it's quite authentic, it possibly, and I do really feel like there is like Krishna's guidance. And I think sometimes 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 we should, I don't know, I'm of two thoughts. Sometimes we shouldn't try to control things so much, because the right people will be there at the right time, and it's up to Krishna. And the other side is that, yes, of course we should be welcoming and encouraging. So it's finding the balance between the two. And then if we keep saying someone has to come, unfortunately, if they are those type of people that have to go to work, this, that, until you're very dedicated, you're going to be like, you're going to feel guilt, and you're going to feel like, oh, I wanted to go to the group, but I didn't go to the group, and like that. And then they'll be like, and then I miss a few, and then they'll forget about it because of memory.
Well, Krishna consciousness teaches us not to control. I don't think any of them. So I think the words you're using is a bit negative. Sorry to say. If we actually, you know, I personally think, if they come, that's a big good sign. even the initial contact is a good sign. And then, if they don't come after a couple of times, you think, I mean, I'm actually stepping in people generally, what I've observed, stepping in their shoe and thinking, and also because I've experienced it. So that's why I'm asking, there must be a way where we can engage and retain. Because for me, absolutely. Okay, in my case, I take on too much, I think. So I tend to, I tend to, double book, and then sometimes or not, or if I see there's a priority to fulfill the gap somewhere, I will offer if I'm there, so I know. And I did put my case forward that this is the situation I'm in. And now book distribution became my priority in a way, because, we have to fit different slots and also it's not like a half job, you have to be a holistic engagement in it. So I'm not criticizing what you're thinking. We say time. We can probably just spilled out about time, how it can be. We have to make that effort to get up early and do these things. And my body also is automatically early, but I struggle with a bit of physical thing, which is minor really. But sometimes when I'm reciting or talking, I get this horrible, stopping me from expressing myself. So we all have difficulties, but which ones are we going to be putting aside, and the ones that, and it says very clearly how important chanting is, that passage we just read. But also it gives me the opportunity to say, why is it we stress so much about, for instance, devotees have to chant with pure devotees. Now, how do we know which? And it sort of begs the question, if we are actually chanting with a non-devotees, all our actions are null and void. You see what I mean? So all
we
those
should have
kind
Srila Prabhupada. I think we should have Srila Prabhupada playing in the background. But I think Amol Prabhu and you chanting is amazing. Like you guys and all of the devotees here, I think.
Well, Prabhu chants all the time consistently, so it's same as Prabhupada, I should think, because I don't know how much more influence Prabhupada's would be, a recording would be, as what Prabhu is doing. So I'm just putting what I'm just, I'm not criticizing or saying that we're not.
No, you're discussing it.
Yeah, because, sometimes we come for a reason, don't we? Even if we are told, oh, you shouldn't have desires, and kind of desires that you come, you think, oh, you fake it to make it, even in a way, you know what I mean? So are we faking it to make it, or are we genuinely, we need pure devotees? Do we, as the passage says just now, I probably read about, you must chant with pure devotees to get the benefit. Can you recall that statement?
Yes, Mother.
I think like Srila Prabhupada, like sometimes I chant with Srila Prabhupada when I can't, my mind is just like thinking about everything else. But like normally when I chant, like like whatever's happened the day before, everything's going through my mind. It's difficult to control the mind. And then when you chant with Srila Prabhupada, or even in this group, because it is quite powerful, it does really help. Like it helps with all, like especially like for me, I'm up like nearly at 2 every morning because I and then I'm out of the house by 7 kind of thing, or just before 7. And then I don't reach home till about 8, 9 in the night. And I have a really, teaching in a secondary and a college is really intense. And even sometimes like bringing marking home or, and it's intense. That's just like my day-to-day job. And then obviously in the weekends, I'm working this weekend, and then we do the devotional things around it, and then like I wake up as early as I can. I try to chant, and then sometimes I fall back asleep once I've chanted because I'm so tired. And sometimes I'll join, but I know at a certain point I have to leave, kind of thing. I would love to cultivate devotees, but I think there needs to be a system put into place. That's what I'm saying. Like there needs to be a system where we can support other devotees.
Maybe Mataji, we can just keep this one as one service to the Sangha. So maybe keep that service. Okay, this is kind of a, I don't know the name of that one.
Cultivation.
Yeah, there is a very beautiful word for receiving the new devotees and welcoming, and then just put them into the path. And then they will come to the Sangha. So we'll take that one as one service and allocate for any volunteers. Like in the temple, there is no difference between the service in the Sangha or service in the temple. It is the same. We are serving the Prabhupada's mission. So that volunteers can come and pick that service. Should we keep that services?
So it's simpler welcoming process, really. You don't have to put big words. I don't think cultivate and all that.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I know what you mean, Mataji. That's a lovely word too, and it helps you to do. But when you say welcome, that is a language for everybody, whatever stage you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not. And yeah, it's a good, as Prabhupada as Prabhu said about a service, and Prabhupada quote about it, to help newcomers. How do we help them? Simply by saying we welcome you, and we try and keep you as much as we can by trying to meet your needs,
Yes, Mataji, yeah, that is right. And also just sticking on to only the temple deity worship, it is just like a hitvarcham bhajite modhyat. It is the foolishness just only in the being in the temple. Bhasmati eva juhoti saha. Putting all the energy into ghee into the ashes, just like that. So one has to see the people who are there and look everyone, and then make them nearer to Krishna. That is the only thing needs to be done importantly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to love and leave. But Hare Krishna, everyone. Have a beautiful Krishna conscious day.
And you are doing you're making an effort, even if you get up at 2:00. That is amazing. You are pursuing your duty, really, and following Prabhupada's teaching.
It's not easy. You know what it is? It's not easy. Like I think me, like I said,
Okay,
it's just time.
yeah, you're making it. So that's very, 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 special. You're making it. You're making an effort. So and you are there. Sometimes you have to rush. So we are aware of that.
And we do, like, I think it's like, this is what I would love to do. Like I could do this full time every day. This is me. But I've tried to do that. I've tried to leave my job. Like I left it ages ago, and then I've tried to take up devotional service full time. But eventually,
Well, you've got it in you, and you're young yet, so you've got a long journey to reach that stage. So don't worry about it. Prabhupada says endeavoring is important. Krishna says endeavoring is important. You are endeavoring.
I can't do with like 2 hours sleep for me, like, and then driving on top of that, like for an hour and a half. It's like if I miss out on sleep and I don't drive, it's just like, especially with driving, like I'm just conscious.
You have to just weigh your priorities and create some balance. And maybe talking to devotees, as Prabhu said, you just don't stick to one little, a group that you get stuck in and you don't know where to go, and then you give it up. You mix with devotees, you talk to different people, pick out the things that work for you, and then create a balance in your life. Yeah. So it's not bad. It's not bad to to have good sleep as well as do the things you want. And you are in a good place anyway. So you are going to grow. Don't worry about that.
So I hope Mataji with your blessing. I sometimes feel like I'm going absolutely crazy, but hey,
Haribol.
Haribol, have a lovely Krishna conscious day, everyone.
You too. Yeah. Take care.
Thank you, Mataji. So thanks, Mataji, for your services and the kind instructions to our group. Yeah, we need to see. It's a welcoming devotees kind of service. We will, dear devotees, if you have got any volunteers like thinking, if you wanted to engage in the service, kindly let me know, or kindly reach me privately also, so that any new devotees coming. So just you don't take much time, just a few minutes to just send a message and just to speak 1 or 2 words to the devotees until they come into the path, and then keep it going on. So if anyone wanted to take that service, kindly let me know.
So if we are introducing somebody, we can actually play the initial part with them, and then we can allocate them to different individuals in the group to talk about something about the group and how they can, how it works and all that kind of thing, and engage them so they have a buddy to, like a buddy, what you say, be friends, somebody to turn to if they don't know what's going on and how to pursue it.
Yes, Mother.
Because it'd be nice to have each and everybody's voice, and not the same people all the time. That's not encouraging people to continue, because what does group mean? Group means you share and care for each other.
Yes, Mother, that's right.
I know I'm only putting my ideas. It doesn't work for everybody. I know that, but if you feel comfortable in a group and you feel part of, you wouldn't want to go,
Yes, Mother, even I have been thinking, so how to engage all the devotees day-to-day basis. Sometimes just allocating the devotees like for the services on weekends. And somewhere or other, if all devotees coming together, that would be very nice. If I receive, okay, how can I serve you? Serve the Sangha. Likewise, if devotees approach, then maybe I can allocate some services as well, just allocation. And also we have got for the expansion of the devotees, like thinking of on Tuesday evening for the new devotees to speak and then sing. Just one devotee, just take turns every week. New devotees coming and speaking to our Sangha. That would be very wonderful, like a preaching practice.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Is that, you said it's a new group on Tuesday?
The Tuesday at just 8 to 9 o'clock. So one devotee comes and then he speaks on, from our Sangha only, like Saurav Prabhuji used to do, I used to practice, and Sham Prabhu used to practice, and other devotees used to practice.
Wow, I didn't know that.
If we do that, reinstate that one on Tuesday evening at 8 to 9, 1 hour. So one devotee, voluntary devotee come and speak and practice the preaching. Let us say Saranya Mataji just comes at 8 o'clock and then she sings Mangalacharan prayers and one Kirtan and she give the lecture, and then that's it. And then next week Sanchita Mataji speaks, and the week after Prabhavati Mataji speaks, and week after Rasalila Mataji speaks. Likewise, devotees, they speak and then practice.
Yeah.
And here we are our devotees, and we are seeing, so we know what is going on, and then we encourage each other and make our perfect preachers. That would help ourselves and also others. The wings would spread.
Yeah, brilliant. And also, I don't think you can say who would like to do it this week, because people are not going to volunteer.
Yes, Mother. Yeah, just an example. So
it has to be allocated, yeah, and one at a time. So people, like you do with the reading, don't you? You put a thing to say, who would like to do today or tomorrow or whatever, yeah?
yes,
Or
Mother.
this week or next week, whatever.
Yes, Mother. Yeah.
It's got to be very inclusive, not one person do it, and then again they do it another week. And I know because some people are brave enough to come forward and some aren't.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, so for that one, we need one more devotee just to host and then look, for example, just to start the session and then being there. Likewise, if one devotee is there, and so all other devotees would come together, and one is the host and another one is the speaker. So we need host is fixed and speaker would be changing every week from our Sangha. So that is the service. So dear devotees, if you would like to volunteer for these services, kindly come forward so that we will be just walking, holding hands together. Okay, so that's all from the announcements. So we are already 10 minutes past 7 o'clock.
Hare Krishna. Maybe that's what you can name the group, holding hands together.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
That sounds really good. Thank you for Hare Krishna. I hope I don't put people in an uncomfortable position by my intervention. Sorry.
It's very beautiful instructions and very effective instructions, Mataji, to us. Thank you so much for that.
Haribol.
Okay, and from don't have much further updates, and tomorrow morning we continue our Srimad Bhagavatam after our regular morning Bhagavatam, and even tomorrow evening we have got regular Bhagavad Gita Sangha. That's all from our Sangha perspective announcements. And dear devotees, if you have got any further updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I don't understand, like regarding worshipping uninstalled deities. Generally, that is not done. So, what that means?
So the deity installation means it is the prana pratishtha, and from today onwards, I'm taking a vow to worship the deities according to the standard and to feed him, dress him nicely, offering flowers. So it is kind of a worshipping. So if we have got deities buying from the shop and then kept in the home. We have not started. Their prana pratishtha is not done. So at that time, worshipping generally is not done for those deities.
So, like home, we don't do that. Home deity.
Yes, generally we
We have
don't.
to do same thing in install. Like we have to do same to follow. Like I know in a temple there is all installation. Like they do the ceremony and everything. But at the home, I don't know how to have.
Yeah, home also it is called prana pratishtha.
Yeah.
So we just bring a experienced devotee and do the prana pratishtha, and then we start worshipping the deities from that day onwards. Sometimes we have got deities like very beautiful, kept it in the nice cupboard to see everything. It looks nice, but we do not worship them generally. That is what Prabhupada is mentioning here.
Okay.
And from the Jagannath perspective, you can artis with Lord Jagannatha. So likewise, Prabhupada is saying here. Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. You know, when you buy books at the temple, like the Srimad Bhagavatam set, you get the brahmachari come and they install it in your home. So I think when you buy the deities, you can ask for that provision as well.
So that is Bhagavatam installations, Mataji.
Yeah.
Deity as well.
Yeah. I think like you go and have it blessed, the deities blessed at the temple, you can ask if it's okay to come and you do a ceremony in your home.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji, for that updates. If there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with the further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna, conscious day everyone. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर